Damn, Ryza, you have telepathy. It's crazy. It's very crazy that you do that. Hello there, everybody, and welcome to part 4 of Atelier Ryza. So last time, we gathered a whole bunch of things, we used alchemy to make a whole bunch of things, and we moved a little bit further in the story. So, yeah, again, nothing's stopping us, so technically, we're not in the wrong for that. So, now that we have more characters in our party that can actually use the items, let's actually go ahead and use these to our benefit. While also raising up our alchemy level too. So, here you can basically just do whatever you like with any of these items. You can either roll for the effects, roll for one effect, or, you know, just roll for them good old-fashioned traits if you want to. Like, you can literally just do whatever you like. And you know what? It's all good. It's all good for that. Just make sure that your traits just make sure that ingredients with traits also get added to the mix too. Just like this. Also, there's absolutely nothing wrong with adding other ingredients with the wrong element. That's completely okay. But it's just that you won't be able to get those trait slots in there without the proper element to that. So, bit unfortunate, but, you know, it's all good in the hoods. Now, of course, you want to synthesize as much as you can in order to bring up that alchemy level, because the higher your alchemy level is, the much better that you can do with alchemy. And also, you'll be able to do a whole lot more things down the line, so that's good stuff. It's good stuff. If there's something that you did wrong, just don't forget to go back. Just don't forget to press the B button to go back on that. We don't have any. Why is goat's milk electric? Lightning element. Why is that? I don't get why that is. Unfortunately, all the supplements that are used for a lot of things, actually, unfortunately, they require a lot of water. And so you're gonna have to go around Kirkin Island in order to actually do that very thing. Let's go for one that has explosive again, because that actually works out for me very good. And of course we can throw in a couple more grass bean. We can throw in some more beans in there too. You know, you could say we're all feeling full of beans at this point. So, do we actually have... No, we do not. We don't. Okay. That's fair. If you feel like you're done with this synthesis, just press the start button, or whichever button you're choosing. Okay, so now let's equip everybody with the stuff. So, let's see actually. Oh wait, here we go. Lin can only do one item. So let's equip him with this one that has burst and that. Burst will do slight non-elemental damage, by the way. And as for Tao, I like to outfit him with all the healing items. So he's gonna get the grass beans, including the one that's level 2 that has level 2 healing. And as for Ryza, for right now, we're just gonna fill her up with a lot of the explosive unis. Hello, Barrel. There we go. There we go. That's what we're talking. That's what we're talking about right there. That's my dog.
早速魔物を蹴散らしてみようか。どうせなら今度は街道の方に足を伸ばしてみたいぜ。
街道か。
今度は街道の方に足を伸ばしてみたいぜ。どんな感じなのか見てみたいしな。
街道か。私もどんな感じになってるのか見てみたいかも。
ここまで来といて言うのもなんだけど、本当に行くの？
そうさ、戦いになれるための特訓だからな。大丈夫だって、街道にそんなヤバいやつはいねえよ。
危険そうだったら帰ればいいじゃない。まずは行ってみようよ。何か新しいこと起こるかな。
Let's hope we do!
Yeah!
I should really just remember to press the Alt key to turn off my microphone during cutscene. I should really just do that. Yeah, yeah. No excuses from me from that front. I think technically we could just go over to the main part of Traveler's Road, but we didn't really have a reason to go there yet. But now we do. So it's all fine. It's all good. It's all goodest.
Eh, やっぱり見たことない魔物もいるじゃねえか。腕試しだ。あいつらに挑んでみようぜ。
本当に？
ああ、特訓だから1回や2回じゃダメだ。何度も戦って勘をつかまないとな。それまで俺に付き合ってくれよ。さあ行くぜ。
All right, let's do it. But actually, let's gather up some things. Yeah, no, I know battling's important. I know battling's important, but you know the allure of new area with new items, man. Come on. That's just basically how this works. That's just basically how this works. You can't deny me. You can't deny me a chance to gather up some new items along the way. You really you can't do that. You can't deny me. But regardless, here you can find all the usual stuff that you would be able to that we've been finding throughout all this time. But of course, there's also some enemies that you can get some ingredients from, like those weasels. These like dragon things over here. They look really cool. I mean, dragons are the best. Listen, man, you can't deny me that dragons are cool. And the fact that they exist in this world, very, very nice. Okay. Get another crimson ore right there. And we got a treasure chest. What's in here? A gold coin, which we'll find out that use later on. Get some bitter roots. Which, yep, that's just basically, again, that's the whole crux. That's the whole thing. Now, for all of my knowledge right here, you need to fight at least 3 monsters here. So let's go! And once you look at that, we hit him with the staff, start with 10 AP, level up our tactics right away, and just use up items. Yeah, babushka. We beat him right there. And once we gain 10 AP, we can literally just use an item like right now. Easy! I feel like once you get the ability to use items, you're just done. This game is just done. You're basically yeah. It's just like, yeah, you've already won. It feels like you've already won. Like right here, I can use just an item right away. We already got that mini wyvern down to almost like half of the HP. Just like that. Literally just like that. Okay, physical damage. So, Excel Drive, let's use that. And There we go. We didn't get to see Taos, but that's okay.
さあどんどん進もう。
A lot of experience already from those mini wyverns. Literally, yeah, that's how it goes. That's how we do things. Yeah, again, once you gain the ability to use items, it's over. It's done. Literally.
これならどう？
Yes, sir. Yeah. That's how it go. That's how it goes. Like I keep saying a million, billion, jillion times.
オラオラ
Lower the enemy stats. Don't know if we can do that, but okay. A good thing Tal just initiated that action order right away to deal physical damage. It's like that was like almost like 2 frames away.
まだまだつ。
Actually, 2 frames away.
そろそろどうだろう。なんか戦いに慣れてきた気はするが。
怖くはなくなってきたかな。
僕もなんとか。
よし、実戦はこれくらいでいいだろう。そろそろ戻るか。
やっと帰れる。それにしても何やってんだろう僕たち。
ほんと、俺らって悪ガキだよな。こんなことしてるなんてバレたら大目玉だぜ。
私もバレたらめちゃくちゃ怒られるだろうな。バレないように家に帰ろう。
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mio would all she would do is just yell, but she would be more badass if she just did this. Anywho, nothing like that at the sword, actually. Nope, nothing like that. Nothing like that at all. Anyway, do we actually dare to try this? Do we dare? Because this is the giant weasel garden, and over here is a bigger weasel, which just stands right here in the overworld, just waiting for someone to challenge. So let's get this first, and then bada bing. I think first I want to up my tactics level at least here before we actually do our ability to use items right there. So, ooh, okay, good example of converting then. It doesn't waste your turn, thankfully, so bada bing. Just remember, if you lose someone in battle, unfortunately that will lower your tactics level, so that's something that you want to watch out for. Yeah, I dared to try and I lost. I dared to try and I lose. Rip. Yep, so that's what happens when you lose everything. So if you're defeated in battle, you'll return to your home base. And you'll lose a random selection of items from your basket. So that's unfortunate. But nah, that's fine. That's all fine. Actually, ooh, Ryza has use in battle done. She gets vitality level 1. And that is slightly increased max HP. Alright. Cool beans. What does the story want me to do? Return to the village without being discovered. Okay. Which basically means return to your... right there.
踏み込みはあんなもんだったよな。戦った後の周りの警戒もやったし。
何ブツブツ言ってるの？
ああ、リラさんの言いつけをさ、一つ一つ頭の中で確認してんだよ。
帰った後にまで熱心だな。それって戦い方とかそういうやつ？
ああ、リラさんは戦士の心得って言ってたな。
リラさんってどういう人なんだろうね。あんまり見たことない格好してるけど。
アンペルさんとずっと一緒に旅をしてるって聞いたよ。
興味ないな。リラさんは俺に必要なことを知ってる。だから教わる。俺にとって大事なのはそれだけさ。
割り切ってるな。
レントも早くリラさんくらい頼もしい戦士になってよね。私の採取も楽になるし。
お前を手伝うために腕を磨いてんじゃねえよ。
ただいま
ライザ、お前またどこほっつき歩いてたの？
うわ、めっちゃ怒ってる。嫌なタイミングで帰ってきちゃったな。
いい加減にしないと屋根裏の扉に鍵かけるわよ。
ちょっと待って、それは困る。絶対に
ダメじゃないわよ。いつの間にか屋根裏は改造してるわ。いくら言っても手伝いはしないわ。いい加減によし。屋根裏に鍵かけられたくなかったら今からでもお父さんの収穫を手伝ってきなさい。
もう分かったよ。収穫って空間フルーツでしょ。草刈り鎌ってどこにあったっけ？
知らないよ。鎌くらい自分で探せるでしょ。
そんな、いっそ錬金術でパパッと作れないかな。探すよりアンペルさんに聞いた方が早いよね。
Yeah, just make one out of thin air. That always works. That always just works for me. Also, if nothing seems like it's 60 FPS at all, then sorry, but OBS is kind of weird like that. Sometimes. Hey, Carl. Ooh, another hard day's work. It's tough, but it's so satisfying. Don't you agree, Ryza? Probably not. Probably not. But I'll give it to you. So you've been palling around with that fella's daughter, eh? You better not be a bad influence on her. Yeah, God, even her voice clip is just like, why? It's like, why? It's like, oh. Gotta imagine if, I don't know what I would imagine. But, you know what? It's whatever. So there are even some things to gather around, you know, Old Town, you know? Yeah, you could just go into people's stuff and just steal everything. It's all for the video game. It's all for the video game. And also alchemy. That's how it works. That's how just that's how logic works. If you ever need water, then Old Town is definitely your stop for, you know, gathering up clean water. Since apparently supplements need all of the clean water that you can get. Sunken Residence. Also important if you want to eventually learn every place. Possibly. Yes. Yeah, forget seeing Empel. This is like we're just gathering up things. Yeah. No need for any of that. It's fine. It's fine. And let's see, is there anything? Yeah, sorry, this person's mansion. I gotta like steal everything. It's okay. I'm doing it all for making things out of nothing. Besides, there's very little places where you can find scrap paper, so yeah, it's all good. I'm gonna need like all the scrap paper that I can get. Actually, it's okay. And by the way, if you couldn't really notice, this game does have a day and night cycle. I don't really think like too much changes from day to night. Aside from the fact that every song in the game in the overworld has a day and night variation. So yeah. Just that's really all I have to say about that piece. Anyway, anything else I can gather around? Oh yes. Get some lesser wheat. That's cool.
アンペルさん、錬金術で草刈り鎌って作れないの？
草刈り鎌？そんなもの何に使うんだ？
実はうちって農家なんだけど、その手伝いで必要になっちゃって。
だったら店で、いや、ちょうどいい。この際だからお前さんに新しい錬金術のコツを教えてやろう。
錬金術のコツ？
ああ、まだ一からレシピを考えるのは難しいだろうが、今あるレシピを改良するくらいはできるだろう。
レシピを改良？前に教えてもらったレシピを強くするの？
いや、そうではない。錬金術の改良とは全く異なる道具を生み出すことだ。それこそが錬金術のレシピ変化だ。
And here's another layer to this. Obviously, the first step to synthesizing is learning recipes. And one more important aspect is recipe morph. If you fill the recipe morph conditions with a material loop during synthesis, basically one that has recipe on it, then you'll be able to create something entirely new. Recipe morphs for material loops require materials outside the normal recipe. These materials must first be gathered or synthesized to create a new recipe. A recipe morph may retain parts of the former design while still becoming something new. If a material loop has an available recipe morph, then it will be available with a red paper icon. If you see this, then you should try to figure out what materials you need and what recipe it might become. So the base recipes needed for recipe morphs can usually be found in books for sale in various shops. They can also be found in treasure chests or via the story. So keep a lookout for that.
草刈り鎌はこの本に書いてあるインゴットに大きな骨を加えることで作れるようになる。大きな骨も動物型の魔物でも倒せば手に入るだろ
う。なるほど。レシピ変化か。ありがとう、アンペルさん。早速試してみるね。
You just didn't mention the factoid that we're just doing this out of pure spite that that our mom is going to lock us out of our room if we don't actually do this right here and right now. You know, people often pay more attention to Pyra and Mithra's boobs. Clearly those boobies are not the most subtle there. Materials refined. So now we learn how to make an ingot, which we can buy in shops. Cloth, which we can also buy in shops. Polished powder too. See, it's all about that thing. And as you can clearly see already, with the paper icons, we can actually change recipes into something new. Like, for example, you can either roll for an explosive uni or you can change that into a craft, which you'll need red supplements for. Very clearly, yes, very clearly, you can make things from. You can make the recipe morph thing will tell you exactly what materials that you need. But for now, let's focus on the. Wait, which one was it again? Which one was it again? Actually. Oh yeah, it's right here. Yeah, the ingot right here. So first, let's actually make an ingot for later use. So I think we just want to make a simple one for right now, so we can get more experience points for our alchemy level. Basically, if you synthesize something for the first time, then you'll get a lot more experience from, repeated usages of that. So there will be times where I will actually just synthesize stuff off screen, purely just to grind up my alchemy level. So I'm gonna clearly just go ahead and do that. Get Phantom Slayer for that. Not like Demon Slayer, Phantom Slayer. By the way, ingots are really crucial for these following recipes right here. For handmade staffs, basically all your party members' weapons. So, yep. So, which one was it? Okay, it's ingot. I keep forgetting. It's ingot. So, in order to get to the recipe for Reaper's Scythe right here, just make sure that you put in at least one of each into here. Man, scrap paper sucks. But don't worry about a thing. Even if something doesn't have an elemental value, like it has 0, then you'll still unlock a recipe that links to here. You'll still unlock a loop that will lead to here. Unless it has like a elemental value restriction. So all we need is one large bone. And there we go. What I often like to do is, well, say yes to whatever recipe that I have morphed. Rather than just say no and just continue onward with that.
アンペルさんから教わったレシピ変化もうまくできたし、もしかして私って才能あるんじゃ。それにこれがあれば手伝いだけじゃなくて、もっといろんなものが取れるようになるはず。私の錬金術の幅もぐっと広がって、すごいことができるようになるかも。
That little laugh is adorable. So, of course, we've already went over this, but now that we actually have a proper gathering tool, we can do this. So, of course, you start out with just your scythe, but as you go further on, you'll be able to get more gathering tools. You can only go up to 5. You can only equip up to 5 gathering tools, but these gathering tools are basically your way of getting more out of gathering things. So you hold LB and then press and then toggle the right stick to switch to your tool, or you can just press LB to quickly switch them. A single gathering point can yield different materials depending on what you use. You might even get your hands on something completely new. So yeah, effectively this game's time is now doubled. Either doubled or just multiplied by half. So, yeah. But just remember, you can only equip your gathering tools from your home base. So now that we have a Reaper Scythe, we can now toggle this and get something new out of this tree. Get flammable bark and tough vines from trees now. And also, thanks to getting stuff from bushes, we can get something else from that too. So we know what we gotta do now. Use the scythe to harvest Kirkin fruit and give it at least 5 to Carl. So, Kirkin fruit is just found right over here. These are... You'll have way more than enough, especially considering the fact that every time you skip travel to a place or just exit and enter an area, then everything will respawn again. So, yeah, you have unlimited resources here.
Ryza, ご苦労さん。余った分は持って帰っていいよ。
やっと終わった。
しかしライザが手伝いに来るなんて珍しいな。いつもは行っても来ないだろ。
だって手伝わなかったら屋根裏に入れなくなるし。なんでもない。
なんだって？
なんでもない。
そうか。遅くなる前に家には帰りなさい。母さんも心配するからな。
余ったこれどうしよう。錬金術の材料にもなるかな。
ここがお前さんの実家の畑か。無事に草刈り釜は作れたようだな。
アンペルさん、もしかして心配して来てくれたの？
たまたまこの農場に用があっただけだ。そこにお前さんが偶然いたに過ぎ。だが物はついでだ。草刈り釜を作れたならこの本を渡しておこう。
これってもしかして新しい錬金術の本？
今のお前さんでは到底作れないようなものばかりだが、草刈り釜のような採取道具について書かれている。新しい道具が増えれば採取だけでなく、例えば岩で塞がれたような道の先にも行けるようになるかもな。
新しい場所、新しい冒険ワクワクしてきた。
用も済んだ。私はもう行くぞ。
アンペルさん、ありがとう。あれ、そういえば農場に用があるんじゃなかったっけ？まあいっか。
You think maybe that Empel would just want to shoot would just want to shoot the shit, but I guess he didn't.
ライザー、出かけようぜ。
出かけるってどこに？
クラウディアの家だよ。場所が分かったんだ。
そうなの？どこどこ？
アンペルさんたちの家の近くだとさ。同じように空き家を借りたらしいぜ。
旧市街か。あそこらへん空き家が多いもんね。よーし、早速行ってみよう。
詳しい場所は聞いたし、旧市街に行けばすぐわかるだろう。
Looks like we know what we're doing. Making more alchemy tools, of course. We basically get most of the gathering tools that we're going to be using. Like the axe, the hammer, the bomb rod, the whatever else. Yep. We're going to be totally doing that, but obviously we won't be able to use these bomb rods or bug nets or fishing rods until we get a lot more, you know, materials for that. But just remember, you can use the Y button in order to, well, see what materials you'll need. Or just to get a sneak peek of what can actually be available. So the prospects are exciting. Truly what makes this game kind of special. So anyway, what I think I'm gonna do off screen is I'm probably just going to either well, until we have a that's kind of the thing that's weird. Like you saw at the beginning of the video that I went over to Ryza's room to save, but obviously that triggered a cutscene. And sometimes random cutscenes will happen. I don't really know what the triggers are, but sometimes these like little scenes will happen. So if I happen to catch in the middle of something when I'm skip traveling to a place to gather things, or if I'm heading off to the mainland, because sometimes cutscenes will happen. Not that they affect the story or anything, but I am gonna show those off, so just a fair warning. Anyways, next time on the game that we're playing, Atelier Ryza, after doing some more synthesizing in order to get my alchemy level all the way up to whatever level I want to have it at, because believe me, nothing's stopping you, we're gonna see Claudia, because she's apparently staying at Old Town where all the vacant houses are. No wonder why it's called Old Town. See you guys on the next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.